get started with UNC. Again, if you have a question via Zoom, just use the raise hand tool. We'll start off with an opening statement from Coach Forbes. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, I should let this guy sitting 2 seats down to me make the opening statement. That's about as impressive of a pitching performance, and I've seen a lot of impressive ones at UNC. I was just joking with him on the way up on the elevator. That's what he did to us the whole preseason, and he just did that to one of the better teams in the country. So, story of the game is Brandon Schaeffer. Obviously, our offense, jumping on Hackenberg, who's also really good, and Vance with a big swing of the bat with a home run on a night that if you got the ball in the air, it had a chance to fly. So I was most proud of how aggressive our guys were and how they were ready to play, and Brandon set the tone.
Questions?
Brandon, obviously going back to
They can hear you.
Going back to the Virginia Tech series, obviously you didn't start that series, only got in relief there in the end of that one. But coming in tonight, obviously, given how much hype there is around this Virginia Tech offense, and for good reason, what were your emotions like kind of coming into this one? Just how amped up were you for this opportunity and for it also to be your first postseason start at UNC as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. Anytime you get to be in a postseason, get to be playing for a school like this on this stage. Really just, acknowledging that it's a big moment, but then not letting it take over you, and just stick to your game plan and what you've done all year. And really just treat it like another game. As cliche as that sounds, that's what you got to do. And I was just trying to, attack one batter at a time, and, you look up and, you're later in the game, and that's just how it was.
Brandon, these last 3 starts for you have been some of your longest of the season. What's been working better? What's been working different as you kind of reach this pinnacle at the best point of the season?
Early on, I mean, I had a bit of a rude awakening coming into this league. It wasn't throwing as good as I wanted to, and I lost a little bit of confidence in myself. But going to that pen for a few weeks and then coming back, since then it's just been building up my confidence, and it's coming back, and I think you can start to see that, and really just trusting in myself and in my defense and the guys behind me, because it's a full team game and a full team effort, and we're playing some good baseball right now, so that definitely helps the confidence level as well.
You obviously almost overwhelmingly with the fastball today. That's
been your MO down the stretch or what? But do you consciously try to, like Strobel said, plays differently depending on where you throw it or how you throw it. Do you consciously try to manipulate that pitch to give a different action, or do you just I'm coming at you with it and it kind of does what it's going to do?
For the most part, I know what it's going to do, especially, where arm side has a little bit more sink on it and run. But if I can have control over that pitch, and most of the time let it do what it's going to do, it can be an effective pitch, because it comes across as maybe a sinker on one, maybe just a straight four seam on another. So when it's on, it's a good pitch, and I was able to control it tonight, so that really helped me out.
Go ahead.
Vance, that first home run that just got over the right field wall, I mean, you were sprinting around third. Did you not know it went out? What were you?
Yeah, I had no idea. I looked up and Mac was still running, so I just was thinking, okay, I got to get 3 here. But I got the Coach Forbes, and he said it was a homer, so I just kind of jogged in from there, I guess.
And then Scott mentioned the aggressiveness, and he obviously has faith in you. He thought that ball went through the legs, and it didn't, but you still were able to reach home. Just was part of that aggressiveness the mentality for the week, or is it specific to today, or what was that?
I think just playing with confidence just helps our aggression. We're kind of on a roll here, riding some momentum. So I think whenever each person steps in the box, they think they can do damage. And that's a powerful thing. And it's just kind of getting in there, trusting in yourself, and knowing that it's me against you. And just whoever's going to win, the better person's going to win.
Aaron, go ahead.
Vance, how much fun is it to hit in this ballpark, and what does it say about Brandon that he's able to shut out that offense in this yard?
Yeah, it says a lot. Going back to what Coach Forbes says, he did it to us all preseason, especially me. I don't think I touched a pitch from him all preseason, but it says a whole lot about what he was able to do tonight. I thought he was very effective, and it was fun watching him.
Scott, you said Tuesday that Carlson was the story of the game, and now Brandon Schaeffer's the story. But your pitching hadn't been the story there for a while, but now it has been. Just what does it say about your staff to stay with it?
Yeah, I mean, I have to mention our pitching coach, who's, you know, is extremely involved with these guys, and you know, Coach Gaines is a really smart pitching coach too, and he knows what to say and what not to say, and I think that was really important during the tough stretch. You know, still working with them, still believing in them, and that steady lead, I think, has helped these guys as a pitching staff. You know, and because I've been there, I've been in his shoes when you go through a tough time, because pitching is just like hitting. You can have a pitching slump, and that's kind of what we were in, and you know, we were thin, and all of a sudden, you know, our guys started stepping up, and that's been cool to see. But the preparation is what I know, you know, from the Coach Gaines standpoint, and how much time he spends preparing and watching Virginia Tech and getting a game plan with Brandon, and then obviously Brandon went out and executed it.
Got a couple of Zoom questions here. Mark Berman, go ahead.
Hi, Mark Berman of the Roanoke Times. Brandon, to follow up on that, I guess what was kind of the pitching plan going into this game, and how closely did things work out the way you had thought it was going to?
Going into this game, I mean, we obviously, you know, we know that these guys can swing the bat pretty well. They have all year. But that wasn't going to change. We were just going to go after these guys and attack them and, you know, make them swing the bat. You know, we weren't going to like pitch around a lot of guys and basically just, you know, live in the zone and trust the defense behind us as well, because we have a good defending team, and just, you know, that makes, you know, your job a lot easier out there as well. So we were just going to go after these guys, and, you know, the offense put up a 4 spot in the first inning. That helps a ton. It takes a lot of stress off the staff. So, you know, all came together tonight.
Well, good.
And then for Vance or for Coach, what helped your hitters be so effective in the first inning against Hackenberg, and then of course again in the second inning when they put Fireboy in?
I think just going back to the aggression, getting in there with confidence, and just kind of having the mentality of it's me versus you. And then, you know, we jumped on them, and they brought in the guy in the second inning, and, you know, Angel just set the tone once again. He had a really good AB. I think it was 3-2, and then put one in the top deck. So it was cool.
Go to Arl Bynum. Arl, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Forbes, obviously you've been with the program a long time, pitching coach for a number of years. You've seen a lot of big-time pitching performances in big games. Do others come to mind to compare to what Brandon did tonight?
Man, you know, at the ACC tournament, you know, we've had some really good ones, but against that type of offense, to throw a complete game shutout, you know, it's definitely ranks at the top. Obviously, you know, the Alex White, the Matt Harveys, those guys have thrown some big complete games for us. Zach Gallons, a number of guys, Robert Woodard at Clemson in the World Series. But man, you know, that's a tough lineup, one of the best in baseball, and so it's going to rank up there pretty high for me.
Thank you.
We'll wrap this up with Adam Smith. Go ahead.
Scott, you smiled when Brandon said it had been a rude awakening. Just wondering what you've noticed from him, or maybe even learned about him as he's gone through some of the ups and the downs that you go through during a college baseball season.
You know, I was lucky. The summer before, we didn't have summer school, and all these guys were in summer school. Vance was there, but Brandon was a JUCO transfer, so he was the oldest guy, and it was really clear to me how meticulous he was and how hard he worked, and he had a plan. So I was already on him in a good way early on, just observing, watching him do what he did. But at the end of the day, what Brandon found out is this is a tough league. You can have a great preseason, you can even be good against your own hitters, but this league is the best in the country, in my opinion, this year, and he found that out, and it's a credit to him, because what's cool about this game is we took him out of the rotation, and we were fighting for our lives on that Sunday against Virginia Tech, and we brought in Brandon Schaeffer to close the door, and he closed it. And since then, he's pitched pretty dang good. So he showed me a lot right there, and Vance said it best too. It's a long season, you know, and our guys have really learned the importance of how that adversity can make you way better and make you tougher, and you just have to keep playing.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.